Well, what do we have here? And you're probably wondering what took me so long, but usually I don't jump on this stuff like automatic. I have to wait, see what develops, see what's going on, and so on and so forth. But this should be pretty short. I do have a clip to show, and I'm going to show that. So, we'll go from that. But once again, it is time to unlearn what you have learned. And I tell you, I've been watching this for a couple days now. And the most strangest thing that I'm noticing is that there is a pattern here with these earthquakes. Now, I'm no scientist. Like I say, I'm not like all in tune with everything. I don't know everything, but I do watch for certain similarities and stuff like that. So I was going through this. Now I have this on miles, usually have it on kilometers, but I had it on miles on my phone and I was watching it last night. And, one after another, we're still having updates. This one's one of the newest ones that just happened. The timing of these quakes, too. Also, the magnitude of the quakes, they're pretty much no lower than 4.5. And yeah, they're no lower than 4.5. They're all in succession. You'll notice that these numbers keep popping up, like 6.2. This one was 14.3, 21.8, 21.8, and then 21.8 and 6.2. Just look at what I'm scrolling through here. 21.8, 6.2, 6.2. These are the depths of obviously the quakes. 48.7, then back to 6.2, 32.9, back to 6.2, 15.5, back to 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. Look, 21.8, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 27.1, which is only about a mile off, but same thing, 6.2, 6.2, 21.8. As far as right now, I haven't seen anyone looking in depth to this. I watch many different channels concerning the weather, space weather, so on and so forth. And I don't see anyone talking about this right now. So this will be I'm gonna put it, I guess, for my own, is I'm the first that's actually showing that there's some kind of pattern here. And the first thing I thought was, okay, this isn't good, and especially the way it's hitting. And if you look at the times of when they're hitting too, you can look at that. Look at this one, uh, 18 hours, 12 minutes, 18 hours, 6 minutes. They're fluctuating between 5 to 30 minutes apart, sometimes a little bit more, but you just keep scrolling down and down. That's why I have it focused on just this area, because you see it's 6.2, 6.2, 21.8, 21.8, 6.2, 6.2. And I'm like, man, okay, this is weird. Once again, we just updated again. They just keep going. And it's very concerning. Sorry, wow, can't believe I did that. But obviously, it's very concerning. And I'm doing it also from, let me scroll back up here at the top, the last 7 days, because I wanted to get all the quakes in there so I could show you uh, the depths of these quakes. And it just seems very odd because I've never seen this kind of situation before. I've seen swarms and everything else. I never really paid attention to the depth of the swarm, but I'm paying attention now, and I'm like, wait a minute, dude, this is crazy. Why are they hitting around the same depth? Which is, to me, like is crazy. It's pretty amazing. So once again, I have talked about this whole situation with Yellowstone many times, and I've had to make numerous videos because of certain situations, certain clips that I had to produce in order to, even the articles and showing other things associated with what's going on. Now, here is another one that I found last night while watching this guy. I'm sure some of you guys know who this guy is. If you pay attention, whatever else he's got, all kinds of stuff, weird stuff, aliens, uh, anomalies, all that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna play this for you guys and just check this out.
So there's something really weird going on Your dog knows it, your mom knows it, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it, no one knows what it is, but you can feel it. So, on January this year, I did a video on Derek, a guy who was hearing strange things in his backyard. He said he could feel it vibrate.
I have no idea what's going on, but listen to this. There's something under the ground.
He did a few videos on it. He even dug all over his backyard. He found nothing.
Look here, and we've hit rock, but listen to this.
And then on July 19th, this guy over here, Zach Grimm, starts hearing very similar sounds and vibrations in his backyard, but this time pretty close to Yellowstone Park. Things were so intense that you could actually see the ground shaking. So this is really weird, and he's got these bunch of videos, this mysterious and bizarre phenomenon happening all over Yellowstone Park. We're going to be taking a look at them in just a few minutes, but I start digging around, and I find out that things are way stranger than I initially thought. The earthquake in Russia that just happened a few days ago.
Overnight, a massive earthquake off the coast of Russia, triggering tsunami warnings across the Pacific Rim.
Let's go back just a little bit, because that also made me wonder about the
earthquake in Russia that just happened a few days ago.
Overnight, a massive earthquake off the coast of Russia, triggering tsunami warnings across the Pacific.
Okay, you see these waves? It almost looks like Morse code. I've watched the ocean waves and obviously seen different situations with tsunamis and everything else. I just found this really weird. So it made me wonder if this situation here, because the way they're hitting and the way the ground might be moving, because obviously we know how the plates shift. You have the vertical shift and then you have the horizontal shift. And from another video I saw, it looked like it was shifting in both directions, and kind of like the best way I can explain it is that shift horizontal and vertical at the same time, because obviously even with the force of that first initial 8.8 earthquake, it should have caused a significant tsunami. Now, the only thing that would cause that significant tsunami is when it goes vertical. But what happens is that the ground pushes up so much on the water that water has to have somewhere to go, which would cause a tsunami. So most likely it didn't shift as much as I would think it would shift, like dramatic, to really cause a crazy situation, which I think is on the way. I'm not even gonna, candy coat it, because with this going on here, the reports of Yellowstone, which honestly, this situation here with the ground moving and this guy, there's no really way of telling if this is where he's at. Now I have to look at his channel, all that kind of stuff, and dig a little deeper. But when you look at the videos, he's just showing the ground. You don't know where the hell he's at or where it is or so on and so forth. He could be making it up himself, AI and all that stuff. So I never, obviously fully 100% believe these things, but I still find it interesting. But we're going to go ahead and keep playing this so there's more.
Videos, this mysterious and bizarre phenomenon happening all over Yellowstone Park. We're going to be taking a look at them in just a few minutes, but I start digging around, and I find out that things are way stranger than I initially thought. The earthquake in Russia that just happened a few days ago.
Overnight, a massive earthquake off the coast of Russia, triggering tsunami warnings across the Pacific Rim.
Господи, боже мой!
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a fortune.
Those are tsunami waves. Look at that. Wow.
The ocean tide reversal that's happening for the first time.
Hey, so just in case nobody told you, there apparently has been a significant reversal in ocean current in the southern hemisphere of this planet. The implications are absolutely terrifying.
The possible alien threat.
Estoy viendo. ¿Qué cojones es eso? Mira, 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 mira. Nos están invadiendo extraterrestres. Díquela, díquela.
Do you hear about that object that's hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour?
No, that might solve all our problems.
There's this guy, Avi Loeb. He's a professor at Harvard.
Professor Avi Loeb and his team say the interstellar object is on an extremely unusual course.
There's a theory all of these things are possibly connected. And digging deeper into this rabbit hole, I found out there's something possibly massive going on under the Earth and in space. So let's start with the basic, and that would be Zach's videos.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there because there's all this other stuff. You know, check his channel out, give him a like and subscribe. He does great work. You know, I watch every video that he comes out with, and he's just awesome. The way he does stuff, he dives deep, does research and everything else. Except for this, I didn't really see much research on this part because I would like to know, in collaboration, he should be showing where he's at, looking around so that you can try to get familiar with the area where he's talking about this whole situation with the ground. But obviously very interesting. Then we have the whole alien situation supposedly that's coming towards us, and there's so much crazy crap going on, so it's neither here or there, but let's continue.
And on July 16th, something weird happened in Yellowstone Park. We're gonna get to that in a few minutes. Then on July 19th, Zach uploaded this video. Pretty weird, isn't it? Next day, he uploads another video. I mean, the impression I get from this video is that the ground is shaking, and maybe it is, but why? Things were actually pretty intense. It was like Zach was recording the ground cracking open right in front of his house.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's something, I mean, I don't know, but once again, I've done, the videos and everything else. There's actually some more here, so we'll go ahead and continue.
After posting all these videos, people started coming up with different theories. Maybe it's the rich making tunnels underground. Lava tunnels, heard the same in Hawaii. Someone says earthquakes. This guy says a pipe borer or it's a tunnel borer. Sounds like machines, maybe they're digging new tunnels. But then Zach replied this. Neighbors called 811 and they verified no active jobs near us. It's in the middle of a private large farm. So if it's not a tunnel, if it's not something digging underground, then what is it? Alright, so found this on July 17th, home of supervolcano, and nature is giving a warning sign.
Look what's happening in Yellowstone right now. This was recorded by a tour guide that has been there for over 6 seasons and has never seen anything like this before. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Yellowstone is home to a supervolcano.
It's actually...
Okay, I'm going to pause it again. I know some people get real irritated, but there's a reason why. Is as you saw in that picture, once again, no one's talking about the pooling. I actually made a video that discusses the pooling and the indentions, I can't even speak. The indents in the ground, and then later on they were filled with like this blue, liquid or, whatever you want to call it. So no one's talking about that either. But anyways.
It's actually huge, isn't it? All right, so it's pretty big.
The past week or so, flocks and flocks of animals have been leaving Yellowstone Park.
Is this actually happening?
Nature always gives warning signs.
Yeah.
And this is a warning sign. If you live in or around Yellowstone, I would heed nature's warning. Peace.
Let me take a look at this. No, animals are not leaving Yellowstone Park. Online sources are saying that animals are fleeing the park. This isn't the first time such claims have been made, and just like before, they aren't true. So animals fleeing Yellowstone, possibly not true, but still very weird how we have Zach and Derek 6 months apart hearing and feeling the same thing. And in January this year, Yellowstone volcanic activity was on the move. So this is one of the reasons that a lot of people started paying attention to Yellowstone. But if it's not something digging underground, Derek's and Zach's backyard, then what is going on here? So I decided to map the vibrations, and this is what I get. Almost a straight line to the earthquake that happened yesterday in Russia. First vibration happened in Kentucky, and then one in Wyoming just recently, and then a straight line, almost a straight line to the earthquake in Russia. Now this could be a coincidence, and it possibly is. But what if it's not? What if this earthquake is more than just an earthquake?
Alright, you're not going to believe this, but in 1999, a Japanese woman named Ryo Tatsuki published a book saying that a major was going to happen in Japan, and guess what? It happened. That year, Japan experienced one of its worst earthquakes ever. But here's the scary part. Now she's predicting this summer, July 2025, the ocean floor between the Philippines and Japan is going to erupt, causing a tsunami 3 times worse than 2011.
So back in March this year, All-Star Steven posted this video explaining how Ryo Tatsuki predicted this earthquake before.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because it goes into a whole different situation. But I just want you to see the stuff that, once again, is being reported about Yellowstone, but yet no really good evidence or confirmation on this whole situation. So like I said, I've had to make numerous videos concerning the situation with these people making these videos. There are some other stuff that I also put in these videos that show obviously concerning activity. And obviously they can't scrub those, as far as, the time frame and whatever else, because they can't predict when stuff's going to happen. So as soon as somebody sees it, they're going to put it out and so on and so forth. The articles also, that's why you should check out, obviously every, Yellowstone video I have produced. I have articles, I have situations that show that something obviously ain't right. And then you have the earthquake that we had, obviously the 7.3, that was Alaska. And then now you have all this craziness. So all I can say is obviously something is going on and we're pumping up to whatever this is. And also this just keeps going. We just keep getting more and more earthquakes. Looks like the same thing. Look, 6.2 is coming up, 23.1, 21.8, 21.8. I still find that very strange. And I also find it strange that no one is really picking up on this or saying anything. So I'm not like, the smartest person in the world, but I'm just seeing a pattern here and I don't feel right about it. And I think probably this is probably going to be one of the most craziest years that we've ever had. And to be continued. See you when I see you. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and we'll be back with another one soon. Peace.